Penn State, so you would figure that NC State has an on-paper advantage. A experienced team, and this young man, Manny Bates, at the center stripe, wins the tip into the backcourt, underway.
Once in a while, but their basic defense is the man-to-man.
Jericho Helms has had an unbelievable 3 games, and he gets right back in the saddle. Edge, you would figure, for the Wolfpack. Devin Daniels is the man that is starting in C.J. Bryce's spot. He really has a knack for that. Multiple blocks in each of his first 8 games. As the game is tied, nice drive down the lane for Childress.
Built him from Manny Bates. Manny Bates wasn't able to get close to try to block that one.
Helms rejected again. A little bit streaky has been Beverly. Johnson has consistently improved his 3-point shot. Here's a try from the top of the key, and good.
Point shooter, he can get you off the dribble. Here he doesn't. He gets that dribble, and with that step back.
And State maintains that 3-point lead. 3-point is good.
Of making it from out there. His game tends to be in the mid-range, but you can't leave him alone out there.
Transfer from UNC Wilmington as Wake. Andre, the man in the corner for NC State. Kevin Keats talks about the fact that he's one of the best long-range shooters he'd seen in some time, and Devin Daniels. That's the 3rd triple of the afternoon for the Wolfpack.
And when they score, they set that press, and they get another turnover.
Andre strips it away. 4th steal, 5th turnover, another 3. Markell Johnson. Try to go over the top to Sarr. Back to him just outside the lane. That is his game, face up to the basket.
Boy, again, White, he does a nice job getting into the lane, but he's got to find an open man when the defense collapses like that.
A little turnaround that drops for C.J. Bryce. Field goals after making their first 4. When they've held the basketball, they've shot it quite well. NC State finds Funderburg for a 2-hand slam, and Danny Manning has seen enough.
Boy, and it's not an advantage, but it's that kind of a turnover is better than one in transition.
Trying to get Bates for the alley-oop. He comes down and lays it in. Lean much more heavily on Manny Bates. So you're right, the fouls will be something to watch. Deep triple for Sharon Wright.
It's a 6-point game. North Carolina State has not been able to run away and hide, although they might be if they keep that up.
Again, up top to Bryce.
Wake worked very hard on the offensive end.
On the other end, Daniels. The best assist-to-turnover ratio of his career, his great career, does Johnson, and that adds one to the ledger. Sarr, a beautiful hook shot off the window.
Great anticipation by Daniels. He saw that coming from across the court and went and ran that ball down.
Now he'll try from 3. Good.
Daniels, for whatever reason, has struggled during his NC State career shooting the 3.
The ACC, he got the start tonight. He's been very good. Speaking of off the bench, Bryce with a right hand.
And that's something that there is no such thing as transition defense.
You need to be looking at the big numbers, not the little ones.
Got to be guarding the little numbers, not the big ones.
That's an impressive finish for Childress, trying to keep.
Couple of stops, couple of 3s, you're ahead.
Another 3 goes down. Helms.
And they're pretty adept at it. Boy, again, Wake Forest, Olivier Sarr in particular, has just not done a very good job. Decision, and he's not getting very much help from his teammates coming over to rotate.
Isaiah Musius has not seen a lot of the basketball, but he knocks down a triple to get Wake back within 8.
But that's a big basket, and the Deacs are hanging in. But again, how many times has NC State dunked it so far in this first half?
Both of those here today. He had made his first 2 this season.
Nice pass.
Beverly triple.
Boy, that's a great pass. And Beverly, the guy, if you leave him open from 3, he's going to ring you up.
11-point NC State lead. There is Helms. Nice ball fake. Can't finish. And Funderburg has been active. Flip side, you feel like maybe NC State smells blood.
Well, we'll see. That's the kind of NC State team. That's a 2. Would have been a 3 last year, but it's a 2 this year.
I'll tell you that's the worst shot in the game, but when it swishes through, it's hard to say that. Largest lead and an answer. There's another one of those Wake answers when the game is kind of teetering. Johnson almost another steal. 5 on the shot clock. Top of the key. 3 for Brown. Andre, no. Second chance will go off the window for Bryce, and that is how the first half will come to a close with a 9-point NC State lead. Wake Forest, they've now given it away 7 times.
Oh, what a pass.
In traffic, and nice finish with a left hand for Sarr. 9 freshman from Raleigh, Oguama, just played a couple minutes in that first half as Helms sees a triple rattle home. Another strip, another steal, and off they go. 2-hand slam for Daniels.
What happens here? Helms gets the ball out ahead. Daniels is able to get the dunk. That is a great start.
Oh, God, and everybody saw that one. And a turnover, nice strip, coming the other way. Torrey Johnson, steal and a bucket.
He gave that one away, don't make it worse.
Beverly had a little room there, but it went away. Rejection, Oguama.
Well, that didn't reset to 20 because the ball never hit the rim.
Runner for Beverly. Beverly saddled with early foul trouble. Thunderbird came in and played very well in his stead. Top of the key 3, and that is good for Helms.
Well, make one pass, get a 3, not bad.
Helms will get 13, made shots, make just about every trip look good. Nice answer. Let me make sure I get it. That is Sarr on the putback. 7 on the shot clock. Way too easy for Helms, but fades away. Another offensive board. Bates with a right.
Because he followed it and Bates went for the block, Oguama was in perfect position for the rebound.
What a play there by Markell Johnson, finding room down the lane.
Simply not ready to play defense, and Markell Johnson made him pay for it.
By his standards, a quietish offensive day. He's got 8, but he's contributed in so many other ways as Oguama avoids the block there. Not sure where he was going with that pass. It ends up with 7 on the clock in the hands of Johnson. What a play and shot for Johnson.
You know, he doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and that's something that a guy who attacks the basket normally does. And this guy, he can attack the basket in any number of ways.
Wake badly needs a bucket here. Ejection, but a second play for Oguama. Some Disneyland employees commented that some language had been used by Neath and one of his teammates. As another rejection on the backside by Bates, and NC State off on the run. Being reported by the employees, and so they reinstated the kids and said, we're happy to have him back. It was not that big a deal. Beverly, that could be a big deal as it pushes the lead ever further for NC State.
Nice job by North Carolina State once again in the half-court offense, and Beverly just moves behind the dribbler. The dribbler goes to 1 points in the game per game. Today they have given up 11 offensive rebounds, and now 17 second chance points.
The question is, if they want to really contend again, can they score enough?
Oh my.
Way downtown for Beverly. Wolfpack, star in some big-time traffic. Good to see him back in the game, left with that eye injury, and Childress up top for 3. 4 of them are in double figures. Wild miss, but looking to clean it up, and Isaiah Musius has a chance at an and 1. But again, Wake is hanging around. Up top, Thunderbird.
Just does a great job getting in the way and not allowing an easy basket.
2 very nice recoveries. Bryce going to work with the right hand off the window. Going a 13-point lead.
Right, if they're going to make a move, they've got to make it now. They can't afford to let NC State stretch it out, and NC State just stretched it out to their largest lead in 1976.
Bates with a putback. Largest lead at 17. Trying to split a double, and Johnson gives it away. Childress. Does Wake have one more run in them? Bryce will attack. Uses the rim and finishes.
Boy, Bryce has been good down the stretch here in the second half. He's now got 14 points in the game.
One last gasp for the Demon Deacons.
See if they can make a 3 here.
Thunderbird sends it away. Bryce in transition. And that might well do it for NC State. And to your point, they've not made enough threes. Another giveaway. And a jam for Neath.
Really have guys who can shoot the ball. They've played pretty well defensively in the half court, so I think they have a chance that every night out to be competitive.
Right for three. No. Can they get the rebound? Childress comes away with it. 30 seconds to go. Childress! He's got 28, and Wake Forest is back within 5. Under 20 in the game. 8-point deficit.
And at this point, you don't worry about the 2. All you got to really do is defend the 3.
3 seconds to go. Childress no, and NC State will win it 91-82. All told, Dan, NC State did what they came here to do.
Absolutely. It's a tough place for them to win, and they came in here and got one.